Hi everyone, today myself and Vicky we've travelled back to Healey Dell over here in Rochdale, basically to have a look at some interesting historical features. We're not going to do the asbestos factory because we did that in last week's story and the story of Nellie Kershaw, links down below. But today we're going to have a look at some old World War II ammunition sites. I think the place was some mill or factory with some surrounding buildings. And back in the day, these buildings were used as fillers, I think that was the word. So basically, all the shells that were being made, they were being stored in these units, these huts, these buildings. Like I said, closer to where we are in Healey Dell. So there's no story as such today. It's just a bimble. It's a walk around. We're going to look at these old fascinating structures and take you guys with us. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and as always, please don't forget to share this video. So without further ado, let's crack on and see what we can uncover today. So this is the same path myself and Vicky took just over a week ago. Like I said, when we last came here to cover the story of Nellie Kershaw. And it is a good walk. It's interesting because, like I said, just behind us you've got the old Turner asbestos mill, the Turner Brothers asbestos mill. But ahead of us is where we're heading to, and towards, like I said, the old ruins of some former mill or factory. But there's one, well, there's a couple of things really I want to see and hopefully find, and that is some old bunkers that were used or could have been used, because these structures that we're going to, and that's what I'll call them today, structures, they were used for purposes for the war effort. So obviously they would have had pillboxes, they'd have had, like I said, the bunkers, because obviously if war did end up coming to these lands, these shores, people needed somewhere safe to go. So yes, so the pillboxes and the bunkers are two things I'm hoping to find, as well as a few other artifacts and structures. So straight away as you come off the main pathway, roadway, into Healey Dell Nature Reserve, you see these structures. And it was just last night, Saturday evening, when I was doing a little bit of research on this place, and I never knew that these structures in front are known as Nissen buildings, and it was something to do with a former, was it a sergeant or a lieutenant, who originally designed these, and his surname was Nissen. But apparently it's because they're so quick and easy to erect, and they were mobile in that, like I said, not mobile as in you can move them, but like I said, mobile as in very quick to build. And obviously for the war effort, to accommodate soldiers and artillery and equipment, it was a perfect solution. So people are obviously using this at times to shelter. You've got burnt out frames of some kind. Pair of socks, nice. So it's quite a large structure when you look at it. I presume all this because has lost this segment, wherever it's gone to, God only knows, because it continues further back.
Yeah, there's lots of it on the floor.
Oh yes, like Vicky's just spotted. The roof is actually on the floor, covered itself. I didn't see that. But I can see now what they mean about these, Vic, being so quick and nimble to erect. It short notice as well. Now just coming to this structure, and you've even still got the steps leading into it. And I have to say, don't know about you, Vic, it's true what people have written about and said on other videos. There is a strange vibe to the place. Now, whether or not it's because we know what these places were used for, you know, at the end of the day, they were used for storing ammunitions, bombs for the war effort. Obviously, bombs bring death, don't they? So when you think of it in that aspect, it is quite eerie. And it's so quiet. Very silent. I'm going to make our way to this structure here, because that has always kind of intrigued me. So it's this structure which has always fascinated me. I've seen it in many other videos and read about it to some extent, but why is it welded shut so well? A really bizarre way of keeping this structure, this building, close from the public. Out of all the other structures around, which you can easily access, why is this one bolted so well? If anybody knows the answer, comment down below. But it's like something out of the movie Mad Max, isn't it? You know, the way it's just been crudely put together, the graffiti, the decay of the walls, really is puzzling. And just across from this interesting building, you've got blast walls, one there and one here. And again, I don't know much about military history, I just know the terminology, blast walls. And if you look, there are segments of bricks missing from some of these walls. So again, if anybody knows more about these fascinating structures and what they were for, what they, you know, what the purpose was, comment down below again. But a fascinating place, it really is. It's full of history, and the good thing about this is it's actually not illegal to come and visit. We're not trespassing in any way. So obviously guys, we're not going to get inside here with the water that's on the floor, but again, this must have been another, or one of the few units for storing the shells, the bombs. But it's a little bit wet in there. So this will have been another storage unit, wouldn't it? We've just been talking to a chap and two younger lads, I presume, maybe his sons, and he was telling us about these Nissen buildings. And I mentioned it to Vicky when we went in the first one at the start of the video, that these are the roofs of these places, these buildings, are indeed asbestos. So this, all this is made from asbestos, which doesn't surprise me considering Turner Brothers Mill asbestos is only 5-10 minute walk in that direction. But yeah, I mean, you can see just along there and further down there, these are indeed made from asbestos. So this lock, Chubb, London. Now Vicky's just come up with a good point. I mean, that is a solid lock. Will these be original from the 1930s, 40s onwards?
Look at the actual, what's it called? Yeah,
The hinges. Yeah, will these be original doors from when it was originally built, 1930s, 40s?
Because that looks original.
And that I mean, it's solid, isn't it? It's deep. That is deep. I mean, like I said, these were built to last, weren't they? So I would say they are originals. Original doorways. But it is a fascinating place. I mean, there's a lot to take in. There is a lot to see. And I think it makes it even more interesting, the fact that it's been raining, all the greens are showing, the decay is falling on the buildings from the leaves above on the trees. Branches are breaking off and falling on the floor. It just makes it all the more eerie and interesting. Right, we'll make our way back down these steps. So what are you thinking? these look kind of eerie, guys. And I know I'm not talking too much about obviously the history itself of this place, because I don't know anything about it. But I just thought I'd bring you guys on this trip with myself and Vicky. But wow, I can smell burning in here. Really strong odour. But it's just the history that is around this area. And like I said, all I know about the place, and it isn't much, but it literally is, when you think about what it was used for, these premises, and you know, the wartime effort, these places were filled with hundreds of thousands of shells ready for the war effort. These shells, ultimately, one could argue, will bring death and misery to millions of people. It's a place of death when all's said and done. And yeah, I'm being a bit dramatic, but still, that's ultimately what they were used for. Really is an odd place. And as you can hear, guys, it does echo in here. Hello? Hello? Really eerie. Right, let's make our way back out. Now my good friend Matt Parks came this way at the start of this year, and believe it or not, I was just actually watching a video last night, Matt, on this, and you pointed out that there are a lot of telephones down here, like a telephone graveyard I think you called it. And yeah, I can see them now, broken telephones, which is a bit bizarre. So yeah, for people watching this video, give Matt Parks a follow. I'll put his links down below, because he did a fascinating story himself on this place, and he knows a lot more about it than obviously what I'm showing you guys. Right, let's just walk through here. There's nothing, just a dead end here. Now, I have been looking for the bunkers, but I haven't got a clue where they are. We are just wandering around and hoping for the best now. It's just all, like I said, it's a bit of a bimble at the start of the video. It's just a bit of getting out of the house for a few hours this morning, not covering anything in particular. So yeah, if we come across the bunkers, it's a bonus, and I'll be disappointed if we don't find them, but I just don't know where they are and where to even begin looking. But I've just spotted a red structure just over there, guys, so we might come back to that shortly. Well, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Getting out and finding these things. This old ruin's just here, and Vicky's even found another one here. Right, so we need to get down to them on the other path, don't we? I think it might be a bit too sketchy that way, Vic.
Is it anything?
I have to say, it looks more modern.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Ah, so they're sub power stations, is that what they call them? Yeah, danger of death, keep out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they look more modern anyway.
It's obviously sometimes because it's old. It's like what you saw at Tottington.
Yeah, the old cyanide factory. Yeah. Yeah, for you guys who may be new to the channel, we actually covered a story of this cyanide factory in, was it Greenmount, Tottington?
Yeah.
And these structures here are very similar to what's down there. But like I say guys, we've never actually been this way, myself and Vicky, before. So we haven't got a clue what any of this is or where we're going, and I'm seeing a structure just over there. So that could well be where we need to go. But it looks a bit trodden. Let's go this way. See where this takes us. Ah, look at these. Old fencing.
No wonder, look at the drop.
Yeah, you've got like the pond here, haven't we? And, no, it's just my eyes. I thought there was a building through trees, it's not. Can we actually get to that? Yeah, we should be able to get through there, I think. Mine's just a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
It's a bit sketchy. Can we get through that way?
I think I'll go through the mud.
Going through the mud? Right, we're going to go through the mud. Yeah, I didn't fancy fancy slipping into that pond. Don't know what lurks under there. All kinds of diseases, I guess. So we're going to go through this way. You first. Now these fanciful structures, I think these are the boundary walls for the ammunition factory back in the day. And we do have a black and white photograph showing similar structures, which I'll put over this segment now. So I think where me and Vicky are walking now, we're actually on the inside of where obviously the factory once was, which was all that area. And as you can see, these structures go all the way down. So that's the outer, this is the inner, I would think, of the plant itself. And there's a footpath here, isn't there, or some form of path. And there's another one, just leaning. In fact, there's quite a few around there. And this is what we're saying during the video about these original structures. And even in the past, with past videos we've done, we've talked about this time of year not perhaps being the best time to see things like this because of the decay, obviously the tree leaves falling, the branches falling, it covers things. But there's a lot here revealing itself. You've got that, and you've got another one, another wall structure just here. But this goes all the way back. And it's off that pathway me and Vicky were walking, which is this one. And it's where the pond was basically, guys, and we were gonna walk to it, but it was just a bit uneven underfoot. So we came this way, and then when we got up to that field where the boundary lines are, you can actually see this structure here. But there's nothing to it. It literally is just walls. There's no roof. There's nothing. Well, I won't say of interest, because everything's interesting, but there's nothing worth risking our well-being to try to get to. And again, on the floor, look at all these bricks. I presume would have been a wall of sorts here. But this is what I mean, guys, about there was nothing to see. You can see a wall. It's just a shell base. It's like a box. There's no roof. There's nothing to go in for. And you can see the wall itself here. Well, this is what we came around to look at from that direction where the pond is. But like I said, there's nothing to see. Now the area itself, and these are just notes that I've got off the internet, off various sources. But the area itself, it consisted of having a police station. I think there was a post office. Obviously you had all the factories, the mills themselves. So I wouldn't say it was a thriving community, but it was more of a thriving workplace. I mean, obviously you've got the houses further afield, but it was most certainly a very active place back in the 40s, 50s, I dare say 60s. I'm not quite sure when a lot of these structures shut down for good. And again, there's more coming up here. But I'm not entirely sure when this community of workers all left this place and abandoned it. But it's still fascinating to visit all the same, and I'm constantly scouring around looking for remnants, for structures. So we're going to make our way back off this path, and we've just been talking to those same three people as we did at the start of the video, asking if they had an idea where the bunkers were, and they've directed us back out to where we came in. So we've got to keep our eye out for that. So yeah, interesting nevertheless. So I'm thinking this is one of the 4 pillboxes, and I think there was 4 pillboxes. I'm sure I read that last night. But this is, yeah, I think this is one of those. Which way do we attempt? We try this way and have a look inside. Let's try and get up here. And as you can see, it's a bit wet and a bit slippery underfoot. Oh wow, I mean, just look at some of this. It's a lot colder in here than it is outside, and obviously somebody's been using this as a dry place, fire next to the air vent. But yeah, I think this is one of 4 pillboxes. I could be wrong, it might not even be a pillbox. Like I said, my history isn't right good on this place. And as you can see, it's next to one of those Nissen buildings with the asbestos roof. Right, let's go this way. Saturated around this part. And another one. And just like the first one I went in, this one's a lot wetter underfoot. Make our way on this side. Now this structure here, it's a humongous high wall. I'm not sure if these businesses are still running, operational. Obviously, that's obviously long gone. Haywood Plastics. And then you've got welcome to Micris Limited. All visitors and deliveries, please report to reception. I mean, obviously we ain't going to get in past that metal gate there, and it does say danger, keep out. But just look at the height of the wall. I mean, that was built to keep people out, wasn't it? Yeah, not much in there, Vic, to see anyway. But as you can see now, this car park is slowly getting a lot busier, a lot more walkers. And these buildings here to our right look interesting, to say the least. But yeah, more visitors here now than there were this morning. Now we've just come off the main path itself, and I have to say I haven't got a clue where we're now going. But we're coming across a lot of these canisters, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Something to do with cream. I haven't got a clue what what they're used for. So I'm thinking, is it somewhere down here? Bit far to run though, innit? If bombs are going off. Not think. That's interesting. That's normally a sign of Victorian dumps, isn't it?
Pottery.
It's a pottery like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, again, these are things that you sometimes come across unexpectedly. And there's more here. That's me. Throwing the torch around. So why would there be all pottery around here unless it is a former dumping ground? Just keep exploring a bit more. Possibly. Here, look, this is what I mean, guys, about these gas canisters. Cream Charger Master. But they are literally scattered everywhere. More pottery. So it is a bit odd how we're coming across pottery in this location. Another canister over there. I can only think there was a mill, old mills around these parts many years ago, and I did read that there was a mill, Vic, around about 400 years old, which obviously is no longer here, long since gone. And why does this say danger, keep out on the tree above you? Why does that? Why? What's dangerous? Obviously, I mean, okay, you've got trees, I guess.
But we don't know what's under all these leaves. Really, do we?
But why?
Yeah. And there's another one there, so something like that.
Danger, keep out. Yeah, Vicky said there's another one there as well on that tree. Curious. What do I always say now at the end of these videos? Stay safe, stay curious. So I think we better make note of what we say, stay safe. But again, you've got these stones. I know people say they're just stones, but something used to be here, 100%. There used to be a mill of sorts here, there must have been. Brickwork. And it's a lot flatter, isn't it, Vic? Yeah, Vicky's spotting these danger signs everywhere. Just go a quick wander over here. Like I said, there's nothing, guys. I can only think there used to be a structure of sorts around here. I could be completely wrong, but it is odd how. Yeah, danger, keep out again, another one. Just there, danger, keep out. Well, there's definitely a structure all along there, and there's water in it. So this must have been, I keep saying it, but this must have been some form of mill or of something. There's something been here. But again, if people are watching this video and they know what it is, comment down below and let us know. Because like I said, me and Vicky have never been here before. And we've just strayed off the beaten track. But it is a bit strange how there's danger warnings in the trees. Just like there. Ah, now this is interesting. Yeah, I mean, look. You can tell with just the way it's been cut. It's been formed, it's been shaped. There's most certainly a structure around here. I think this is why it's dangerous, because you've got trees that have literally just come down. And if these drop, you've no chance, have you? But yeah, I think that confirms all we need to know about these parts. And the pottery that we're also seeing on the floor. Interesting. So that's everything from Healey Dell, guys, and the old structures and ruins from the old war efforts. Like I said, this was more of a bimble, more of a walk around. Get us out of the house this morning. It's a crisp Sunday morning. This is at the 22nd of October, I think, today. The weather's stayed fine, so it was just more of a get out of the house and have a walk. It's something different. We didn't want to just cover another crime story today. We did one yesterday, and that will be released. Well, it would have been released by the time you guys watch this video. But yeah, I mean, interesting. The history side of it all, the decay, the rottenness, you know, the walls that were crumbling, the trees and all the vegetation covering everything. Really is an interesting place to visit. Eerie as well in places. That was good timing. But yeah, if you're ever down in the Rochdale area, guys, and you want to find it for yourselves, just look for the old Turner Brothers asbestos mill and make your way along this pathway here, along the side of the mill, towards the Healey Dell. Well, is it a reservation, nature trail? You can't really miss it, to be honest.
It's the same path all the way
It's the
through.
same, like Vic said, it is the same path all the way through, so you can't really miss it. Now, we've parked further in that direction, simply for the walk and to go past the old asbestos mill again. because we find that side of it fascinating as well. But yeah, more of a walk today. We've enjoyed it. It's been crisp, it's been fresh, interesting, informative. And if you did find this video yourselves interesting, give us a big thumbs up and comment down below. Have you been here? Do you know more about the history of this area? If so, contact us, let us know. Because again, we don't mind doing follow-up videos, especially when we know more about the places. Like I said, this one was just a spur of the moment, wanting to see it for ourselves. But like I said, we just don't know anything about the place. I'm not even going to pretend, I'm not even going to lie and say I know anything about it, because I just don't, and Vicky doesn't. But comment down below. Also guys, don't forget to share the video, because it does help the channel grow. And we are closing in on 2,000 subscribers, which is an absolute mind-blowing thing, because like I said, we never expected to get anywhere near 2,000 subscribers back in the day. But don't forget to like I said, comment and tell us your thoughts on today's video. Now in the meantime, we're going to leave, head our way back home, and plan another video for the future. But as I always say guys, take care, look after yourselves, and we will be back soon with another tale from a dark but at times glorious past. Stay safe, stay curious.